Hey Beckman Wando, I'm Connor Doherty and you're watching East Cooper Student News. On today's show, we'll show you one student along with a few of his friends who started making and delivering pizzas in a new business venture. Plus, we have one of our ECSN members down in culinary cooking up a storm. We'll see Aiden attempts it all in just a bit. And one Wando athlete is racking up awards left and right. Stay tuned for all that and more on this episode of ECSN, which starts right now. Thanks for watching ECSN. I'm Connor Doherty. For most people, family recipes stay within the family for generations. But ECSN reporter Lucy Huss is here to tell us how one Wando senior is trying to take his recipe to new heights.
Thanks, Connor. Senior Luis Davis is setting his sights on turning his family recipe into a big business, one order at a time.
For most people, pizza is a party food staple, or an I didn't have time to cook meal. But most people think it's specifically an Italian dish. For Luis Davis, pizza, like fries, is French.
French style includes freshly made dough with some heavy whipping cream as the base, shredded mozzarella cheese, bacon, French herbs, and then on the crust we do Parmesan and garlic powder. And then for the pepperoni style, we do a coat of marinara, also fresh made dough, and shredded cheese, pepperoni, and same thing for the crust.
It might seem odd to think of a French pizza, but the crust is bread, and France is famous for its bread. Being from France, bread has been a part of Luis's life for a long time.
I learned how to cook pizzas through my family. We created this recipe, and ever since we've been mastering it.
Luis has mastered his recipe so much that he decided to start selling pizzas. So he rented out a commercial kitchen near the Ravenel and got to work.
Typical workday involves, so first I make the dough, then I let it rest overnight to let it inflate, and then the next day I'm able to make fresh pizza for my customers, and I can make it fresh, I can freeze it.
Baking the pizza is the easy part. The rest of running a business, though, not so much.
Some of the struggles I've had to go through are managing my money, choosing time to work, having to manage school with my work, and managing orders. Those have all been my struggles.
Now, Luis's focus is on the future as he tries to grow his business called Luis's Famous Pizza. You might have seen it online.
Putting posts on Instagram, because we think that Instagram is the biggest platform right now and it'll get most attention. I've been passing out business cards at school, passing out flyers, and just getting the word out through friends and family.
But now the word is out, and Luis isn't just cooking pizza as a quick meal, but as a long-term passion with high hopes for the future. If you want to order, you can DM his business Instagram page at Luis's Famous Pizza. Reporting for ECSN, I'm Lucy Huss.
Thanks, Lucy. Back at Wando, the Warriors had their semi-formal dance early last month. Tons of students came to Festival Hall downtown to celebrate the Mirror Ball themed dance. It was the first school dance of 2024, and it comes less than 2 months away from prom. Wando's prom will be at Omar Shrine Temple over on Patriots Point Road. The event will be held on March 22nd from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., and the tickets are $50 per person. But make sure you don't forget that the theme is casino night, so now is the time to roll the dice and have an amazing night that you won't forget. Ticket prices are just a small portion of the cost to have a good night at prom. Dresses, tuxes, shoes, and accessories can cost up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Not every Wando student has that financial opportunity, so the guidance department stepped in and created the Warrior Wardrobe.
Yeah, so our Warrior Wardrobe is what we're doing here at Wando. We're collecting donations of prom dresses, men's formal attire, shoes, all sorts of fun prom stuff for students who maybe can't afford a dress or kind of are in need of some of those fun things so that they can have that fun experience at prom.
dresses, shoes, evening wear, suits, tuxes, ties, bow ties, dress socks, anything like that.
For those of you that are going to prom, you'll definitely want to look your best, and to do that, you'll need a good-looking haircut. Here at the CAS, you can get your hair cut by some of the cosmetology students who have been practicing and learning to be professionals. ECSN reporter Izzy Klein tells us more about how some students plan to go straight from the classroom to a career.
Yes, correct. This coming Monday.
Making appointments for getting your hair done is a familiar task. The thing that is unusual about this appointment is that high school kids are going to do their job.
Most days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for the seniors, they work as a full open salon taking clients.
These kids will take clients for all kinds of different cosmetic services as part of the East Cooper CAS Cosmetology program.
Hair, waxing, nails, like pedicures and manicures and facials and all that.
Of what's going on today, most of the students are out there doing the haircut, doing the coloring, doing the blow drying on themselves or by themselves, and then at the end I come back and check it and make sure that it's done properly.
It's a lot of work, and several of Miss Reinecke's students are happy to do the work because it's an investment in their future. Many of these students want to run their own salon someday.
A way how it benefits you is it helps build up your clientele, and it's also like, you know, you learn everything that you're supposed to learn about like hair, as far as like barbering and nails and like, yeah, facials, waxing, everything.
In order for these students to build a clientele, they need to first build their knowledge. They will start in the classroom, then they will go on to individually practicing each skill before working with real people.
When they start, a lot of it is on mannequins, and that way I can walk around, supervise each step that they're doing, and then gradually as they take clients and even as their confidence grows, they will take over the whole haircut.
And she'll go out there, show us how to do it, and then we'll all kind of try to perform it, and we'll kind of keep practicing and stuff. So that's kind of like an average day.
My end goal is to go ahead and open up my own hair business and be able to get my license. I chose this class because I was always into hair and nails as I was younger, so I plan on opening up my own hair salon when I get older.
All those salon days add up to enough hours for these kids to get their cosmetology license before graduating high school. This will eventually get them one step closer to booking appointments for real instead of at school. Reporting for ECSN, I'm Izzy Klein.
Thanks, Izzy. Cosmetology is one of many CTE courses at the CAS that all Beckham and Wando students can take, but each homeschool still has their own CTE classes. One of those is the Culinary Arts class at Wando. One of our staff members, Aiden Turner, has been trying to learn skills from all different kinds of student groups, and today he heads to the kitchen for our latest segment we're calling Aiden Attempts It All.
Hi, I'm Aiden Turner with ECSN. Welcome back to Aiden Attempts It All. Today I'm here with
Cooper Stapleton
and Chef Gordon.
And today I'm going to be taught a recipe from the Wando's culinary team. All right, so I think we can get started.
So today we're going to be frying some fish. We have a market fish, tilapia, and then flounder. You always want to make sure you have a wet hand and a dry hand when brining your fish. Into our first, it's our flour mixture of flour, salt, pepper, and garlic pepper. So you're just going to really make sure you're covering that fish really well, just to get all that in. You're going to shake off all the excess, and then pour it into your egg mixture, which is just a mixture of egg and water, and also make sure you're using that other hand, so you have your dry hand and then your wet hand.
What's the advantage of using like a wet and dry hand?
To really make sure it doesn't stick. So if you use a wet hand with the dry, the flour or the cornmeal will stick off and not fry as evenly.
Okay.
And then finally, you're going to put it into your cornmeal, which really helps give that fish the really nice crust on that fish. So you're going to really be gentle with it.
What is this mixture made of?
It's just a cornmeal and then some seasonings. And then that would be your fish.
Perfect, okay.
And then we'll have you try right now.
Awesome, okay.
Are frying something, it's really important that when you dredge it, you like fry it immediately. If you let the dredge kind of hang out, the moisture from whatever you're frying will go into the crust and make it really gummy.
Everyone knows food, everyone has to eat food to survive, and it's also fun to see everyone's like very particular with the kind of food they like, but also like are so eager to share about it.
So we already have our oil over here ready. In a restaurant you would use a deep fat fryer with the double baskets, but a lot of people don't have that at home. So if you just use a heavy bottom skillet, preferably a cast iron because this holds heat super well. Your oil always needs to be about 350 degrees to 375 when you're frying.
Knowing how to cook, and as well like being able to read a menu, menu plan, leadership, that's a big thing as I think being a leader in a culinary room or just in general, it's a great thing to have.
When you're frying something, you're just looking for that golden brown crust, and that's your visual telltale sign that your product is done.
Thanks, Aiden. Looks like you're on your way to becoming an amazing chef. But if you're not hungry for that amazing food yet, something that'll definitely work up your appetite is playing pickleball. There's going to be a fundraiser pickleball tournament at the Park West Gym on April 13th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The deadline to sign up is April 6th. It costs $15 per person, and you can have teams of up to 4 people. But if you want to know what you're really playing for, well, the winners will get a trophy. The real reason for the tournament is to raise money for the MUSC Children's Hospital. This will be entirely organized by CAS Lighthouse Keepers, and all of the funds will go directly to the Children's Hospital. Pickleball is one way for amateurs to show off a little athletic skill, but ECSN reporter Gracie Sams is here to tell us the story of one student athlete who's on track for much bigger things than amateur athletics.
If you won a state championship foot race by nearly 30 seconds, you might start getting some attention. And if you followed it up with 2 top 5 finishes at national races, you might get even more attention. That's how Wando runner Jake Leebert found himself getting national attention and some big awards.
All I do is think about running.
Wando senior Jake Leebert is obsessed with running.
I don't look at school stuff. I'm on like the running, like ESPN, just looking at stuff like that. So I would say like you have to be obsessed with it to really get what you want.
And in January, that obsession paid off. Jake was named the Gatorade South Carolina Boys Cross Country Player of the Year.
It's definitely a crazy big honor. Someone told me that I'm like 1 out of 5 Wando athletes to win it overall.
It's an award that ties a bow on an impressive running career that began in the 5th grade.
My sister was a really big runner, so was my mom. And I started running in 5th grade because my mom would force me to run it for over the summer. And then I kind of got into it, just fell in love with the sport, just kind of grew on me.
It's a good thing it grew on Jake, because now he's one of the top 50 high school runners in the country if you measure it by the Gatorade Player of the Year award. Jake did not win the National Cross Country Award, but he's still going to run at the next level.
Because in college it's going to be a lot more serious. It's definitely not going to be as laid back. So definitely that's going to be the thing I miss the most.
Jake has committed to the University of Tennessee for cross country after they reached out to him.
That's kind of like a big thing of mine is I wanted a school to reach out to me and really be confident in my abilities. And I visited 2 schools. I visited there, NC State. I kind of knew Tennessee was the place to be. Like the second I got on campus, the team felt like family. The coaches were just really passionate. And I was lucky enough to get a good offer and go to Tennessee.
As a Gatorade Player of the Year winner, Jake received a grant to donate to a social impact partner. He plans to donate to a Gatorade partner charity that focuses on youth sports in low-income areas. Reporting in the studio, I'm Gracie Sams.
Thanks, Gracie. Over at Beckham, the Bengals just finished a successful basketball season. The team went 17-11. The Bengals had 3 players named to the All-Region team, and head coach Andrew Glover was named the Region Coach of the Year. Coach Glover said he's proud of his team overcoming a 1-4 start.
Resilience comes into play because we could have easily packed it up. we could have finished 3rd place, and that would have been it. But, you know, the guys fought back. What I'm most proud of is how these guys just never quit. They had so many opportunities throughout the season to just say, hey, you know, it's not our year. You know, hey, you know, nobody thought we were going to be good anyways. Why don't we just pack it up? You know, hey, you know, we got a lot of young guys. Let's let them, you know, get like. We never heard anything like that. The guys always came back fired up to work harder and to get back in the win column.
Beckham is graduating 4 seniors and has to rebuild for next season. Lastly, Beckham's Coast Guard ROTC team is also racking up some hardware. The Bengals marksmanship team competed at the Hanahan Rifle Meet in February. They took home 3rd place in standing, 3rd place in kneeling, 3rd place in prone, and 3rd place overall. Congratulations to the Bengals. That's all for today's show. If you like our show and want to be part of it, scan the QR code on your screen to apply to join our staff. We hope to see you again next time. Signing off for ECSN, I'm Connor Doherty.